Frank Caliendo. For a lot of America, they saw you doing their impressions first, and they're not familiar with you as a stand-up.
Well, I weave the impressions in a lot of like most of the stand-up actually. So it's like it's not doing scenarios like an old school Rich Little kind of thing where I come on stage in character wearing a costume or something like that. Even it's more of making an observation. So example. Al Pacino. When you talk about acting and how I've learned to act is you're curious. Well, Pacino is always curious to the point where he doesn't understand simple things. Like somebody could flip a light switch. He goes, "Wait a second! You flip a switch over there, and a light comes on over here. Whoa, that's sorcery!" And the fact that he yells for no reason. So then you do a type of fish out of water casting, cast him as a librarian just to see what he'd do. Everybody's like, "Shh!" And like, "Where's the B section?" So that type of stuff, the juxtaposition, but for a reason, I like that type of stuff as opposed to just the what if Al Pacino was working at McDonald's. I think it would go something like this. So it's a little bit more thought to it, and that's how I've always approached it.
Yeah, see, I can't do the full Al Pacino. I can do Al Pacino being Scarface, which I think a lot of people can do. But the trick for anyone doing voices, and I've done voices in radio over the years, but it's all in the tongue placement. And I think you've even explained that in some of your videos, how when you move your tongue like up into the back and then move it to the front, you can turn from like Kermit the Frog into John C. Reilly or something to that effect.
Yeah, there can be some tongue placement. It's also tightening of the throat. So Kermit the Frog is up here. Hey, old Kermit the Frog here with more of a nasal thing. And if you bring in the back of the throat, you can tighten it up. And it's that Fozzie Bear, waka, waka, waka. So if you use those two types of things, if you go from Kermit the Frog and bring it down here, it becomes John C. Reilly. Did you
there
touch
it is.
my drum set? And then you add some air, becomes Mark Ruffalo. I see this as an absolute win. Add a little more depth to it and it becomes Paul Giamatti. I believe this is one of the craziest things I've ever heard. Now, you tighten it up again a little bit and it can become Seth Rogen. Oh, I had no idea he was even doing this. And then add the laugh, which is basically just Bert from Bert and Ernie slowed down. Bert's like, and then, so they're similar.
Like if you do Kermit the Frog with the country accent, you accidentally sound like Luke Bryan.